ये रिकॉर्डिंग ऑन हो गई। चलें, तो क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 आप लोगों ने पूछा, तो क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 में क्या है कि 28 पे वो बिक रहा है और आपने क्या कर दिया है, यू हैव पुट, सॉरी हना, आई यूजुअली फॉरगेट यू आर आल्सो पार्टिसिपेंट। So the question is that in the stock of the medicine travel company is selling for 28 a share. Now currently the price is 28 on which the stock is selling, but you have put a limit order, and the limit order at the rate of 24 on a month. On a month means that within a month, anytime within a month, as soon as when the stock prices reach to 24 or below, so then our order of buying will be initiated. During the month, the stock prices decline to $20, then jump to $36. Ignoring the commission, what would have been your rate of return on this investment? What would be your rate of return if you had put it in a market order? What if you limit the order? Your limit order was $18. Now we have how many situations? We have three situations right here. The one is during the month when we have already put the, you can say, order. We have put the order and it had reached to 20th and then have jumped to 36, right? So first of all, we have to find out our return on these two figures. So I'm going back to the whiteboard. If I go back to the whiteboard, so you need to remember these two prices. Clear all? So our limit order, limit order. Our limit order was at what price? It was at
24.
the rate of, or you can say at the rate of dollar
$24 per
24. It was on the $24 limit. Now, during the month, what happened?
Sir, it goes to 20 and then jumps to 36.
So we bought at the rate of $20. Do you know why I'm saying that we have bought on $20?
Sir,
We
कम
have
में
bought it
बिक रहा
on
है सर.
$20 because of this thing. See, I'm now switching to the book once again. So if I switch to the book, so see, we have put an order that as soon as it reaches 24 or it becomes lower than 24, we have made a buy order. Okay, buy order means we are buying, and whenever we are buying, we are trying to buy it for cheaper prices. So we have given a limit, and our limit is that as soon as it crosses 24, it means whenever it comes lower than 24, so buy for us. So during a month when it was carried out, so what happened? It declined to 20. So this was the price that it have come lower than 24. So the broker will buy the share for us of the medicine travel company for $20. So we would have bought it for 24. And then when it jumps back to 36. So then we have to find out our uh, rate of return. So now, when it jumps, it is very difficult to write here, at $30. So can anyone tell me what will be the rate of return? And the question is that we need to ignore any commission or interest, etc. So if we are ignoring it, so what will happen? The this is our beginning value, isn't it? This is our beginning value, and the 30
Yes,
is
sir.
our ending value.
And
So how to calculate rate of return? So that we say 30, that is ending value, divided by beginning value minus 1. So you will get your
0.5.
answer. So you will get your answer for the first step, right? So the first step answer is, can anyone tell me what will be the answer?
0.5.
0.
5, sir.
0.5. It means 50%, right? Our rate of return
Yes,
will be how much? 50%. Now let's see what is the second situation. If we are moving to the second situation is, what would have been the rate of return on this investment? Okay, we have already done it. What would be your rate of return if you would had put in a market order? If we would have put in market order. Now, what is market order? If we would have put the market order, then the share would have been purchased for 28. You understand? The share would have been purchased for how much? 28. And or they at the rate whenever it comes to 36, and whenever it comes to 36, so we will make a profit. When it becomes a 20, we will be making a loss. You understand?
सर ये बात रिपीट कर दें सर.
ये जो है ना, what would be your rate of return if you had put in a market order? What is market order? What market order means, that we have allowed the broker to buy or sell on the trading price. It means bid price or ask price, right? Here it says the selling price is 28. If the selling price is 28, so it will be you can say a kind of ask price for us. Selling price is ask price. So if we would have purchased on the market order, we would have purchased it for 28. We would have purchased it on 28. And then later on, within a month, whenever it reaches to 20, we would have made a negative return. And as soon as it jumped to 36, we would have made a good return. So now, like for example, if we are comparing with 36, so what we have to do, we have to find out this 36 is now the ending value, and this 28 is the beginning value. So then dividing this 36 by 28. Okay, in the previous question I have used 30. It wasn't 30. It must be 36, right? In the whiteboard when I was solving, so I thought it was 30, but it is 36. So we need to solve it for 36, right? So what would be your return? Definitely, if we would have gone with the market order, we would have made a lesser return. But with the this limit buy order, we would have made a more return out of it. Then the third part is, what if your limit order was 18? Any comment on this one? What if your limit order was $18?
सर 18 को बिगिनिंग वैल्यू लेंगे.
सर 18 से तो नीचे नहीं जा सकता ना. 18 हो
Exactly.
20 से तो नीचे नहीं जा सकता.
Exactly.
18 हमारी
During the
प्राइस
month,
आएगी सर.
during the month, this order would have got exhausted. By meaning the exhausted means the order will not have been initiated. Why? Because the lower limit what the prices have reached was 20, and we would have made a limit order of 18, so it would have never reached to 18. So there won't be any return that we would be earning. No positive, no negative. So there will be a zero return in this case. ठीक है, समझ आ गई? दो चीजें थी. एक था कि लिमिट ऑर्डर हमने दे दिया, तो 20 जैसे रीच किया गया होगा तो 24 पे हमारे लिए नहीं, हमें 20 पे मिला होगा. हमें कितने पे मिला होगा? 20 पे, क्योंकि वो कह रहे हैं कि 20 तक डिक्लाइन हुआ और फिर जंप हुआ. तो जैसे ही वो डिक्लाइन हुआ 20 पे आया होगा, सो हमारा ऑर्डर इनिशिएट हो जाएगा, क्योंकि वी हैव गिवन अ लिमिट. It means we have given a limit that whenever it comes lower than 24, So as soon as it have become lower than 24, that price was 20. So the broker would have purchased it on 20 for us. Then as soon as it have jumped back to 36, we would sell it back. Whenever we are selling it for 36, we will be earning almost more than 50%, right? Then if another case is, what have been your order if it was a market order? If it was a market order, then on the market order, we would have purchased it for 28 and we would have sold it for 36. So 36 divided by 28 minus 1. That will be your return. Clear?
लास्ट वाले लिमिट ऑर्डर में हम इग्नोर कर देंगे इसको.
हाँ, लास्ट वाला, क्योंकि लास्ट वाला देखें, लास्ट वाला कह रहा है कि अगर हमने 18 का लिमिट ऑर्डर दिया है तो पूरे मंथ में 18 कभी टच ही नहीं हुआ. वो लिमिट जो डिक्लाइन हुआ है वो कहां तक डिक्लाइन हुआ है? 18 तक. जब 18 तक डिक्लाइन हुआ है, लेट मी टेक द इनोटेशन. ठीक है, इनोटेशन में फॉर एग्जांपल ये है प्राइस ग्राफ. ठीक है, मैं यहाँ पे प्राइस ग्राफ बना रहा हूँ. अब ये है टाइम लाइन. ठीक है, और फॉर एग्जांपल ये प्राइसेस हैं. यहाँ पे मैंने ऑर्डर दे दिया, ये लिमिट ऑर्डर दे दिया, और ये लिमिट ऑर्डर क्या है? ये लिमिट ऑर्डर है मेरा 24. ठीक है, ये क्या है? 24. अब मैं थोड़ा सा रंग चेंज करके आपको बताता हूँ. फॉर एग्जांपल प्राइसेस जो हैं वो कहाँ पे चल रही थी? वो 28. तो तकरीबन 28 आप ये देख रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे इस तरह चल रही थी. ठीक है, ये क्या है? इस तरह चल रही थी. अब ये मेरा लिमिट है. तो फॉर एग्जांपल हम कहते हैं कि वो रीच किया 20. तो जैसे ही यहाँ पे आया, ये जैसे रीच हुआ ना, तो व्हाट इज दिस पॉइंट? दिस इज फॉर एग्जांपल दिस इज 20. तो उन्होंने हमारे लिए परचेज किया, क्योंकि ये डायरेक्टली ड्रॉप हुआ है. ये देखो, सिग्निफिकेंटली सडनली ड्रॉप हुआ है. तो ये ड्रॉप जो है, ये क्या है? ये हमारा यहाँ पे परचेज हो गया है, और फिर जैसे ही ये ऊपर गया, तो ये ऊपर गया है डायरेक्टली 30 तक. ठीक है, ये पॉइंट, ये कौन सा पॉइंट है? ये है 30. तो अब दोबारा मैं वो लाइन खींच देता हूँ ब्लू वाली. तो ये देखो, ये हमारा है लिमिट ऑर्डर. ठीक है, अब ये देखें, यहाँ पे नहीं हुआ इनिशिएट. क्यों? क्योंकि ये 24 से थोड़ा सा अबव है. लेकिन ये जो है 24 को क्रॉस करते हुए नीचे आ गया है. जैसे ही यहाँ पे पहुंचा, तो it would have initiated an order. The broker would have purchased you can say the stock for us on this price, which is 20. I'm suppose you can say assuming this is a 20 price, and then this is a 30 price, right? And suddenly they have jumped back in the day. So I'm taking this one, this time period. This is a 1 day time period, right? In 1 day, what happened? It have come to the lower price of 20, and then it have jumped back to 30. All right. Any question in that?
No, sir.
अच्छा, अपने माइक काइंडली बंद कर दें. अच्छा, दूसरी यहाँ पे अब जो था ये 18, right? If we are considering this 18. So 18 would be, let's say 18 prices right here, right? So it have never crossed this line. It have never crossed this line. So if it haven't crossed this line, so this order would have never been initiated. ये कभी भी initiate नहीं होगा. ठीक है, जब तक ये लाइन क्रॉस नहीं करेगा. ये इस ग्राफ की समझ आ गई?
यस सर, आ गई सर.
ठीक है. Meanwhile, जो भी लोग कनेक्ट हो रहे हैं, all of those participants who have connected to the class, please mark your attendance in the chat box. This question number 6 was easily solved.
सर वो जो ये बात है कि व्हाट इफ योर लिमिट ऑर्डर वाज एट 18, इसको कुछ भी नहीं करना है, इग्नोर करना है.
हाँ, बिल्कुल इग्नोर करना है, क्योंकि हमारे जो मंथ था, मंथ में मिनिमम कितना टच हुआ है? 20 टच हुआ है ना. 20 से नीचे आया ही नहीं. जब 20 से नीचे आया नहीं, तो वो लिमिट ऑर्डर लगा ही नहीं. देखिए, मैंने आपको ये एक ग्राफ बताया. ठीक है, फॉर एग्जांपल ये एक ग्राफ है, और यहाँ पे मैं आपको इसमें शो करता हूँ कि ये स्टॉक प्राइसेस इस तरह हो जा रही हैं, ठीक है। ये स्टॉक प्राइसेस जा रही हैं, ये है स्टॉक प्राइसेस, ठीक है। और ये एक खास स्टॉक प्राइस है, ये
ठीक है
कौन
सर,
सा
वो
है,
समझ आ गई थी।
ठीक है। अब देखिए मैंने यहाँ पे क्या किया हुआ है, मैंने देखा हुआ है कि स्टॉक प्राइस इस तरह का जा रहा है, और मैंने फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ पे एक बाय ऑर्डर रख दिया है, बाय ऑर्डर, ठीक है। यहाँ पे मैंने बाय ऑर्डर रख दिया है, और ये बाय ऑर्डर मैंने रख दिया 24 का, ठीक है। कितने का रखा, 24 नहीं सॉरी 20 का,
24 का,
ठीक है।
20
20
का।
का है ना, नहीं 24 का रखा है, सॉरी। मैंने कितने का रखा है, 24 का। सो 24 का जब अगर मैंने ये बाय ऑर्डर रखा हुआ है, तो जब तक ये लाइन ये लाइन 24 को क्रॉस नहीं करेगी, मेरा ऑर्डर इनिशिएट नहीं होगा, ठीक है। लेकिन ये जो मैंने बाय ऑर्डर रखा ना, ये इस यहाँ पे नहीं रखा मैंने, फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ पे आके ये रख दिया, ठीक है। इस टाइम पे ये टाइम पीरियड है, दिस इज टी, ठीक है। मैंने यहाँ पे आके इस टाइम पीरियड में 24 को बाय ऑर्डर रख दिया, यानी यहाँ पे मैंने उसको स्लैब लगा दी इस तरह, ठीक है। और मैंने अभी ये कहा कि जैसी ये प्राइसेस इससे नीचे आएगी तो मेरे लिए बाय कर दें। तो फॉर एग्जांपल इसके बाद क्या हुआ, इसके बाद ये हुआ कि ये एकदम से ड्रॉप हुआ यूं, ठीक है, और फिर यूं चला गया। अभी देखें ये एक दिन में हुआ, ये है 20, तो ये लाइन क्रॉस हो गई ना। जैसे ये लाइन क्रॉस हो गई तो कितनी प्राइस पे क्रॉस हो गई थी, 20 प्राइस पे। तो वो मेरे लिए एकदम से इनिशिएट करेगा ऑर्डर, परचेज कर देगा, और ये जैसे ही ऊपर जाएगा 30 को, तो मैं उसको नहीं 36 पे, तो 36 पे मैं इसको बेच के फिर रिटर्न जनरेट कर सकता हूँ। लेकिन अगर ये 18 कंसिडर करूं और मैं कहूंगा कि नहीं हमने अपना ऑर्डर यहाँ पे रखा था, फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं रख दूं कि ये 18 है, सपोज करें कि ये है 18, तो मैं अपना बाय ऑर्डर यहाँ पर रखता, ये मेरी लाइन होती, ठीक है। अब ये क्योंकि द रेड लाइन हैव नेवर क्रॉस दिस पर्पल लाइन 18, तो वो कभी भी इनिशिएट नहीं होगा, ठीक है।
ऑर्डर प्लेस ही नहीं होगा।
हाँ, वो ऑर्डर प्लेस ही नहीं होगा, और 1 मंथ के बाद वो क्या हो जाएगा, एक्सपायर हो
ठीक
जाएगा,
है
ठीक है।
सर।
For 1 month, it means I have given a time limit that within in 1 month, if the prices reaches to
Expire.
24, then buy for me, or it become lower than 24, please buy for me. But if in this month it does not cross this limit, so my order will be cancelled. Yes, if I write it down this order in this way, what was that? Good GTC. You remember this one? What does this mean? Do you remember this point? GTC. If you don't, so then let's go right here in the limit order.
Yes, sir. Good until cancelled.
Good until cancel, market order, limit order,
Cancelled.
and it says right here GTC. This one, see, good until cancel. So if I would have kept it for good until cancel, then the order will remain outstanding until and unless it reaches 18. ठीक है? Any question further? कोई question है? नहीं है?
हाँ सर।
Okay, no question. All right, so we are starting our new chapter today, which is security market.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, question 6.
Question 3.
6.
Question 3. We had solved this question number
No,
3.
sir. No. Question 6.
Question
6.
6.
Question number 6.
Acha, question number 6. 2 years ago, you bought 300 shares for Kellogg Milk Co. for $30 a share. So this is your number of shares that you have purchased. Take a pen and paper. Hanad,
Sir,
you have pen and paper? Just take a pen and paper and I'm telling you and you must solve it yourself, all right?
I have, sir, I have.
Okay, so see, you have bought how
Okay,
many
sir.
shares? 300. For how much?
300 shares.
30. What is your total investment? Can you tell me investment? Total investment is how much?
Sir, is 9,000.
9,000. Very good.
9,000.
30 multiplied by 300. Very good. 9,000. 9,000 is your total investment. Now you have to keep this in mind. With a margin of 60%. Now this is the margin that you can get up to 60% a margin if you want to trade it on margin. Currently, the Kelig stock is selling at $45. You had purchased it for how much? 30. It is selling for how much? 45. Assuming no dividend, you have not received any dividend.
45.
Okay, you have not received any dividend, and ignoring commission, and we ignore any commission. You are not paying any commission for buying and selling. So then you are required to compute the annualized rate of return on the investment that you had paid in cash. All right. So how much you can say you have made a rate of return if you have paid all of it in cash. If you would have paid it in cash, then the situation will be like how? The situation will be that ending value is how much? Ending value will be, ending value EV.
45.
Ending value will be equal to 300
45.
multiply by
300.
multiply by how much?
45.
45. Yes,
45.
it will be 45. Or you can ignore even this 300. Just ignore this 300 as well. You can take this one as ending value 45, and beginning value is how much? If you would have made all of the payment out of cash, so your payment would be 30, isn't it? Your payment will be
Yes, sir.
30. So divide it by 30 and minus 1. So how much is your return then?
0.
0 point?
0.5.
0.5.
0.5. It means 50%.
5.
How much is your
Sir, it's-
return? 50%. So part A, this is
50%.
answer of A. This is
सर ये
answer of,
annualized है तो फिर हम इसमें 1 divided by 2 की पावर देंगे ना
एक मिनट ये है क्या? Currently,
annualized rate
2
of
years.
return
अच्छा,
है.
2 years ago. All right. Yes, it is 2 years ago. After 2 years, if it is so, then we have to find out the annualized one. So for annualized, क्या करेंगे इसको?
सर ये HPR के ऊपर हम 1 divided by 2 की पावर देंगे.
Raised to power 1 divided by
One-
n. 1 divided by n. What is n? N is 2
Two.
year.
2 years.
N is 2 year right here. N is
2 years.
So it will become 0.5 raised to power 1 over 2. So whatever is your answer. Now calculate your answer. Now the second
Yeah.
part.
0.5.
Okay. The second part. So it becomes 0.25.
Yes, sir.
1 year.
0.25. Okay. So in part B, what will happen? Calculate the leverage factor. Calculate the leverage factor.
Leverage factor.
So leverage factor is 1 divided by margin. Margin is how much? 60%. Where is margin?
1.66.
Yes, 0.60.
0.60.
So it becomes 0.60. This is your
1.0.
1.8 will become how much?
No, 1.66.
Sorry.
1.67.
1.67.
1.67.
1.67, yes.
1 divided by
Correct.
0.6, it become 1.67.
67.
Okay, it become 1.67. So finally, what you have to do, just take this return, annualize return, and multiply with this margin factor. Just multiply it. When you multiply it, you get your answer. You understand?
0. Yes, sir.
Yes.
0.41.
0.41. So 0.41 is now your
Yeah.
rate of return when you are
Leverage.
taking margin purchase. Okay. Solved?
Yes, sir.
Okay. अच्छा जी, अटेंडेंस सबने मार्क कर दी है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
सर इस क्वेश्चन में
Yes,
हमने
sir.
जी, इस क्वेश्चन में क्या है?
सर लेवरेज वाले में 1.67 को बाद में मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया हमने 0.25 के साथ।
जी। ये देखो,
Okay,
ये यहाँ पे फॉर्मूला दिया गया है। मैं बुक में ऊपर जा रहा हूँ, आपको बता रहा हूँ, ठीक है? ये देखो, ठीक है? यहाँ पे आपको बताया गया है ये लिवरेज फैक्टर, सॉरी, ये यहीं पे इस जगह पे आपको बताया गया है कि लिवरेज फैक्टर जो है आप मल्टीप्लाई कर दें अपने किससे, रिटर्न से, तो यू विल गेट दी लिवरेज फैक्टर रिटर्न, कि आपके लिवरेज फैक्टर के रिटर्न के साथ कितना हो गया। तो सिंपली आप रिटर्न
Okay, sir.
कैलकुलेट करेंगे, यानी अगर आप नो लिवरेज विदाउट लिवरेज रिटर्न कैलकुलेट करें एंड देन मल्टीप्लाई इट विद द लिवरेज फैक्टर, सो यू गेट द रेट ऑफ रिटर्न। बल्कि ये उसमें भी था, वो स्लाइड्स में भी मैंने आपको शो किया था। ऑलराइट, so are these slides visible for you people? No, it is not.
Yes, sir.
स्लाइड्स नहीं आ रही।
अच्छा, स्लाइड आ जाएंगी। All right, we are moving to actually chapter number 5 in the book, right? In the slide, this is wrong. We are moving to chapter number 5 in the book, which is security market indicators, series, or indexes, right? So we are now talking about security market index. Before starting this chapter, can you tell me that how many indexes are available in the Pakistan stock market indexes? How many indexes are
Sir,
available?
100 index.
Sir,
3.
What is 100 index?
KSE 100 index.
Very good. One is the KSE 100 index. Another? No idea. What about KSE
No
all?
idea.
Another is KSE all, right? You will find it out. Like, for example, one is KSE 100 index, one is KSE all. Then you can find out KMI index, which is the Islamic banking, and then you can also see KSE 70.
Sir, KSE 70.
KSE 70 B है, इसमें वो KSE 70 में फिर वो नॉन फाइनेंशियल आ जाएंगी। Anyway, so there are different indexes that are available in Pakistan as well, right? So same is the case, for example, some are of the Karachi, and some are also made up by the private, you can say, the brokers as well. Now, can anyone tell me what are the uses of indexes? Like, for example, what does the index tells about? How the people uses these indexes?
सर मार्केट रिटर्न बताते हैं।
मार्केट रिटर्न बताते हैं, ठीक है। और
सर,
मार्केट रिटर्न जब पता लग जाता
KSE
है
100 में, सर KSE 100 में टॉप 100 जो कंपनीज होती हैं उस मार्केट में चल रही होती हैं वो होती हैं, और डिफरेंट सेक्टर से होती हैं। और जो KSE ऑल में होती हैं 70 में, उसमें आपकी जितनी कंपनीज होती हैं चाहे उनके रिटर्न लो हो या हाई हो, वो आती हैं इसमें। और एक इस्लामिक होती है, उसमें बाकी जो बैंकिंग इस्लामिक सेक्टर से होता है उससे
ठीक
ये
है।
आती है।
अब ठीक है, अब ये देखें कि ये मार्केट रिटर्न अगर एक पोटेंशियल इन्वेस्टर को पता चल जाएगा तो उसको क्या फायदा है? What is the benefit of these all the indexes returns? Like for example, you have said that it gives us an idea about the market return. So if we get any potential investor get any knowledge about the market return, so how he or she can use that market return?
तो सर वो अपना पोर्टफोलियो अच्छे
तो
तरीके
सर
से
वो
मैनेज
अपना
कर
वो
लेगा।
जो रिस्क है वो उसको मिनिमाइज कर सकते हैं।
Very good.
सर वो अपनी इन्वेस्टमेंट अच्छे
Good. So Lukman have indicated that first of all he would be able to understand his portfolio. Another comment was that he or she would be able to understand the risk that is involved in his or her, you can say, investment. And another comment was that
यस सर।
he and she can create a portfolio on that. So these all are correct answers. Now keep in mind, though most of the people are using, you can see, these indicators, and they are trying to, you can say, understand the prices that are carried out in the market, as well as they are trying to understand the market overall as well. These would provide a kind of benchmark. So the indexes are actually used as a kind of benchmark, right? So when it become a benchmark, so we are trying to understand